Okay, welcome to Introduction to Video Game Design. Can everybody hear me okay? Okay, good. Okay, so we're going to start out by explaining what's on your screen right now. First of all, if you notice to the left, you have a uh, a window that says Introduction to Video Game Design. These are our slides that we're going to be looking at. To the right of that, you have a video window and a list of attendees. To the right of that, you have a poll window and the chat window. The chat window is where you can type in and talk. Okay, so let's start out with a poll. So we want to know, why are you in this class? And you can just click one of the buttons to answer. Okay, is that everybody? Okay, so let's see what our results were. So most of you selected that I love video games and this class looked interesting. So that's fine. That's a valid reason for taking the course. So let's talk about what our course is going to be about. What do you think that you need to create in order to make a video game? Just type your answers in the chat window and let's see what we come up with. Knowledge. Sprites. Do y'all know what sprites are? A computer. Yes, computer is helpful. Who can tell me what sprites are besides the drink? Your characters. What else besides the characters in the game? Pixels that create an image, an object made from pixels. Okay, great. What else do you need in a game besides sprites? Backgrounds. Need a setting. A story. Great. Music. Objects. Sounds. Very good. Fun. That's a good point because games need to be a good mix of fun and challenge in order to hook your player. So let's take a look at our visual assets. The things that the player sees in your game. You have things like sprites, which, for example, in Mario would be Mario, the blocks that he jumps into, the mushrooms, Yoshi, fire flowers, things like that. You have backgrounds. This is your setting where your story is taking place. Your GUI. Who knows what GUI stands for? Anybody? Oh, people are typing. Very close, very close. It's not guided user interface, not game user, it's graphic. Graphic. So you need that. That's your score, your lives, the things that stay on the screen to tell the player what's happening in the game. Okay? Okay, so besides our visual assets, audio assets, background music, sound effects. We're going to be looking at some free programs that you can use to create your own music and create your own sound effects. Okay, so let's say that you've got all of your sprites made, you've got all of your music and sound effects made. What else do you think you're going to need to do? Put it together. That's a good answer, but how do you put it together? How are you going to put them in a game? What do you have to do you think? Codes. What do the codes do? What do the actions do, Hack? Okay, let's say you've got a program already. You have to tell the objects what to do. You have to tell them how to interact with each other. You have to tell them how to interact with what the player is inputting. These things are called mechanics. When you create a visual asset such as a sprite, it's not anything but an image. So you have to attach it to an object in your game. And you have to set up things like what happens when, for example, Mario touches a coin. That's called a collision event. They're colliding with each other. What about gravity? When he jumps up, what keeps him from floating up into the sky? Timers, scoring, things like that. That's your mechanics. And then the last thing is possibly the most important thing in creating a game. Can anybody guess what it is? It was mentioned earlier. It has to do with fun. You need this thing to get your player engaged in the game. And somebody did mention it earlier. Background is part of our visual assets. I see people typing. I don't see answers popping up. What's going to get your player invested in your game? Story. That's it. It's story. So your story is what causes your player to engage themselves more fully in the gameplay experience. Okay, so these are the things that you're going to be learning how to create in this course. Does anybody have any questions? Okay, it looks like no one has any questions, so I am going to thank you all for attending my class, and I appreciate you coming. And you can log off now. Yes, ma'am. Just close the window. Well, that's why I was trying to talk quietly so that